what's up everyone? Welcome to Target Focus Life. My name's Steve. And today I have the Weatherby Orion 12 gauge over-under shotgun. So if you're looking for a detailed and in-depth review, you've come to the right place. Let's go! So Weatherby says that the Orion fits just as well in a sporting clay course, crushing clays, as it does in the field chasing birds. I think this is much more of a field gun than it is a sporting gun. But if you're looking for an over-under that you can do both with, this could absolutely do the trick. MSRP of this shotgun is $1,049, making it a relatively inexpensive over-under shotgun option. But of course, I got this at Reed's for less than MSRP. I believe it was $849 that I got this gun for, so definitely check that out if you're interested. Jumping right into the specs of this Weatherby Orion shotgun, this is a 12 gauge. It's also available in 20 gauge. It's a 28-inch barrel on this one. Weatherby also offers this gun in a 26-inch barrel, but in the 20 gauge, it's only available in the 28-inch barrel. This shotgun comes in at 7 pounds. I think in my hands, it feels a little bit heavier than that, especially on the front end of this shotgun. Length of pull distance from the trigger to the butt end is 14.5 inches. I'm not sure that there's any way to adjust it other than third-party pads that you can put on the shotgun. So if you wanted like a Falcon Strike recoil reduction system, that definitely increases your length of pull just a little bit. The drop at comb is 1.5 inches, while the drop at the heel is 2.25. So you have 3/4 inch drop across the comb. This shotgun comes with 3 chokes, improved cylinder, mod, and full. It's the integral multi-choke system, which I'm not super familiar with. One other thing I want to check with specs is the trigger, right? So I'm just gonna mount this up, get a feel. Feels a little heavier. Feels just all right. Let's put a trigger gauge on this. I'm terrible at guessing sometimes, but if I had to guess, I'm gonna say right close to 6 pounds. We're at 5'10", there we go. 5 pounds, 11.7 ounces. I'll go ahead and enter that one. We're gonna do that again. Wow, 6 pounds, 4.3 ounces. Let's enter that one. Let's get a 3 pull average on this shotgun. Jeez, 6 pounds, 8.3 ounces. Average of 6 pounds, 2.8 ounces on those 3 pulls. So it's somewhere in that vicinity, a little heavier than I would prefer to see. Let's look at just some of the quick specs of this shotgun. Now let's take a dive into the ergonomics, the look, the feel, the form, the function, the balance. Like I mentioned earlier, I think it's a little front heavy. Let's just look at that right off the bat. Our balance is about there. It feels front end heavy, and it might be this fore end. It's kind of bulky, bulkier than I like. There's no real contour to it. It's kind of just that 2x4 dimension, right? Feel like you're getting your hand on a rounded 2x4. As far as the stock, it is a Prince of Wales stock. I like the way that feels. It's kind of meaty, a little bit meaty again. I like my field guns just a little bit slimmer. It's real basic safety. It's not an auto safety, which I much prefer, meaning I prefer the not an auto safety. Left-hand side has the 1 dot, meaning it'll shoot bottom barrel first. Top lever, that all works smooth. I mean, this gun just pops right open, has a nice smooth action. The barrel has 1 bead, just a brass bead on front, vented top rib, vented barrels. It does have a recoil pad on the back, pretty decent looking recoil pad actually. I'm real curious to see how this handles, how it recoils. Mounting this gun up. It mounts pretty natural for me, but just kind of looking at this gun, honestly, it doesn't excite me. When I buy an over-under, I like to be a little excited, like, ooh, this is fancy. This is not a fancy gun. This is kind of a plain field gun. The wood grade is just kind of a standard wood grade, high gloss finish. The receiver is just this black receiver, blued receiver. I do like the Prince of Wales stock. That makes it look a little fancy, but otherwise, just a very basic gun. And at the price point, that's sort of what you're paying for. So if you're looking for a sub $1,000 over-under shotgun that is still quality, this might fit the bill. We're gonna put it to the test here. Looking at the build quality, I think it's fairly well put together. I don't see anything that really concerns me. Just like some of their semi-autos, like the Weatherby Element, I reviewed that last year. It's a nothing real fancy gun, but it really surprised me on how quality it was for the money. Key is for the money. There's fancier, nicer looking guns out there that shoot even a little bit nicer, but at a much higher price point. There are just a couple other variations of this gun. As I mentioned, they make it in a 20 gauge. They also make a sporty model with adjustable comb and a field model, but I want to shoot this gun. Enough talking, right? Let's shoot a little bit, see how this gun feels. That actually didn't feel too bad as far as recoil. I took it primarily back to my shoulder. Really didn't take a lot into the face, but I did notice my muzzle jumped a lot. Let's try that again. Primarily took the recoil back into my shoulder. It felt reasonably well. I'm gonna do this one more time. Now keep in mind, I'm shooting 1 1/8 ounce. These aren't heavy loads. These are target load. Points really nice. This actually points really well. I'm impressed with how well I can mount it up, get on the birds. It swings really natural. I'm really enjoying that about this gun. As far as reliability, that's something that's really hard for me to test. I mean, did the shells pop out? They extract nice? Did they eject? Yep, they did. But I love to hear from viewers. If you have this shotgun, share your field experience with us. Has anything went wrong? Put it down in the comments below if you have anything to share as far as the Weatherby Orion. Pull. Boy, I'm getting a hold of them. Pull. I don't think I've missed one yet with this Weatherby. Let's just break this gun down really quick. Take a look at what's going on inside. Very simple. There's a button right here at the top of the fore end. Just gotta push that button in. Click. Fore end pops off. Top lever pops right out. You got the hinge points here, the hinges. Got the locking lugs that come in up top. All the working mechanism is attached to the trigger plate, which you could take off, put her back together. Very simple. This gun is pretty smooth. You know what it lacks in appearance, it makes up in smoothness. It's kind of like me, you know? Now it's time to really put this gun to the test. We're gonna do some speed shooting, 2 clays on the clock. How fast can I shoot them? Why? Because I'm not trying to see how fast this gun is. I'm trying to see when I'm under pressure, when I gotta mount up quick, when everything has to come together. How does it mount? How does it swing? How does the trigger pull? What's the recoil like? Is it manageable? I learned a lot from doing this speed shooting test right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on the clock and see how fast we can shoot this Orion. Oh, that was fast. That felt good. 113. 0.92 to get on it, 0.21 split. See if we can get just a little faster than a 113. I think the Orion can do it. Oh, that was good. That had to be good. 108. That's what I'm talking about. 108's a pretty good score for an over-under. 0.86 to get on that clay, 0.22 split. I'll take it. Here's what I learned shooting the Weatherby Orion today. It's certainly not a gun that jumps out at me. I gotta have it. It's a very basic looking gun, but overall, I think it's a really nice quality gun for the money. You know, right around that $1,000 price point. I found it to shoot really nice. I've had a lot of fun shooting it. Swings nice on the targets. A little bit heavy for my liking out in the field, but you know what? That's also why it has a little bit lighter feeling recoil. I've certainly shot lighter guns that are over under 12 gauges, but then you deal with some heavier recoil. That's just a matter of fact most of the time. I like the Prince of Wales stock, just a simple brass front bead. I don't need those fibers on there. Hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear, would you like to see me put the Weatherby Orion against any other over-under shotguns? Put it down in the comments below. And remember, whether you're in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots you're laser focused on. So live target focused. See ya!